before we kind of get out of the Bears and the Pats talk, I want to ask you one more question, JD, just to get your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to do with the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Sure.
The Bears.
Yes,
so
sir.
the Bears officially announced that Fields they finally announced the starter. He's starting. They have said it. They've announced it. He will start. Should he just be the starter going forward and not like, should they just leave this alone and be like, yeah, he's the starter. Leave it alone. Like we're not we're not even entertaining this. He's the starter.
Yes, he's the starter. The fact that this is even a conversation shows you how dysfunctional and how weird the Bears are, especially Matt Nagy in this situation. Here's the thing. I'm willing to forget this whole little 5-week saga. I'm willing to go forward. Just forget it. All right, Matt Nagy, you're the coach or the leader, whatever. Maybe you have some scheme thing. Maybe, Bill Lazor and you work together well and he's just better. I don't really care. All I care about is the W. I just want the win. That's it. So if we can get more wins, if we can stack some wins, if we win against the Raiders, I'll be very happy. If we get blown out, I'll be very upset with Matt Nagy because he is on the hot seat. And no matter how much off the hot seat, no matter how much no matter how much success or unsuccess he has this season, he'll be on the hot seat because I just don't know what I get from him. Like I said earlier in the season, I was much more defensive of Nagy. A lot of Bears fans were coming after him and stuff like that. And I know we're talking about Fields right now, but I'll get into that point. The reason why I couldn't evaluate Fields right away is because of Matt Nagy is kind of where I'm getting at. I'll just round it out to that. Because of his instability, his constant media presence, his constant comments to ESPN or whatever, I don't know what I'm getting because he's sending all these mixed messages. He's pretending that Andy Dalton is clearly the better guy in practice. He's pretending that Nick Foles might be a better person. But literally every other coach, especially on the offensive side of the ball, is saying that Justin Fields is better. So he's on an island. He's alone. All the media, Chicago media, wants Justin Fields to start. All the coaches, all the offensive coaches want him to start. The players want Justin Fields to start. Everyone wants him to start except for Matt Nagy and Andy Dalton probably. So at this point, I talked about it earlier, why is he the coach? I'll kind of move past that. I just wanted to reiterate all of that crap because that is a lot of crap for Justin Fields to overcome, which I don't know if he can overcome that. He has all this raw potential, but can he overcome this dysfunction?
They shouldn't even be entertaining that. Justin Fields should be the starter going forward. Andy Dalton is a dumpster fire, doused in gasoline, lit on fire, and it's floating down Schitt's Creek.
It is. It's floating down Schitt's Creek.
Enough of that crap. Enough of that.
Enough of it.
The fact that you're even no, Chicago, no, Nagy, Chicago, Bears fans everywhere. No.
And
no.
Furthermore,
Justin Fields is your starter going forward.
He is.
And that is that.
That's it. That's that. And furthermore with that, there were certain throws that he made that I'm just thinking to myself, I'm just how could he not be the starter the whole time? Andy Dalton has never thrown the ball with that much velocity. Nick Foles has never thrown the ball with that throw to Mooney. I know it was one throw, but that throw in the preseason too. These little flashes of greatness with his arm. I'm not talking about his legs. Forget his legs for a minute. Pretend he doesn't even run because he does. That's nice too. But pretend he doesn't run. His arm is way better than Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. So this should have never been a question. Matt Nagy had this dream scenario where he puts him in just like Patrick Mahomes when he's already in playoff position with Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's not that guy. This isn't that roster. This isn't that team. This isn't Alex Smith. This isn't that team. So, yeah, I agree. Justin Fields, good luck, buddy. You are the franchise. You're everything to us. We ride and die with you. We will choose you over Matt Nagy. If Matt Nagy gets fired and the next coach gets fired, that's okay. You're the quarterback. End of discussion.
And to answer that, just to answer a quick question about Josh Gordon, that dude's going to be high as fuck by week 9 and out of the league. So that's that.
They need to
I
stop
always
testing for
wanted-
pot.
He's done.
they
Josh
killed-
Gordon's going to be
yeah.
out of the league by week 9.
He
End
can't
of story.
stop.
We're in week 5, right? Yeah. He'll be out of the league in a month. He'll show up to the Chiefs practice facility in a fishbowl, whatever he's got, and yeah, done.